There may be even more restrictions on visiting Juneau. Thanks for watching Backroads Tourist today. Your cruise buddy Jeff here, and man oh man, it seems like news stories are coming out every day about ports limiting the number of cruise ship passengers. Just yesterday, we talked about Santorini, and a few days ago it was a story about Sitka. Here are a couple of more news stories, and one of them is a little bit disturbing. First, let's go to Juneau. Juneau recently imposed restrictions that limited visits to 16,000 passengers per day and 12,000 on Saturdays. But the residents of Alaska's capital city are looking for even more restrictions. They've collected enough signatures on a petition for a ballot measure to put even more limits in place. The initiative is called Ship-Free Saturdays, and that would prohibit ships carrying more than 250 passengers from docking on Saturdays and on July 4th of each year. This will be forwarded to the Assembly, and if they don't take action on it, it will appear on the regular municipal election ballot on October 1st. However, if the Assembly rejects the petition's proposal, the residents may need to take legal action to get the initiative on the ballot in October. If these increased limitations go into effect in Juneau, you can bet that other smaller ports are going to be seeing increased traffic. I think that Haines and Icy Strait Point will be two that are going to get the biggest jump. But how long will it be before they get overwhelmed and their infrastructure can't handle it? It looks like the cruise ship industry is becoming a victim of its own success when it comes to Alaska. Now, let me throw out a scenario to you. It might be crazy, but I think it is within the realm of possibility. Could cruise ship companies cut a deal to have their own private islands in Alaska like they do in the Caribbean? It would help take the pressure off of the overcrowded ports and still provide passengers with a chance to go ashore. I think it's something to think about. And another thing I'd like you to think about is joining the Backroads Tourist family by clicking that subscribe button down there. I bring you several videos each week about cruising, as well as the occasional visit to an offbeat but interesting place that I visit and I think you'll like. Also, please give this video a like to help get it recommended to others. I'd sure appreciate it. Now moving from Juneau to Barcelona. A lot of people in Barcelona want you to keep your touristy bodies out of their town. Last Saturday, nearly 3,000 demonstrators marched through the popular tourist areas in Barcelona, chanting things like "Tourists go home" and squirting tourists with water pistols. They carried signs with slogans like "Barcelona is not for sale." The demonstration was organized by a group of over 100 local organizations who are upset about the influx of tourism in Barcelona. Last year, almost 26 million visitors had an overnight stay in the Barcelona area, spending about $13.8 billion. The protesters claim that these visitors increase prices and put pressure on public services, and that the proceeds from tourism are unfairly distributed and increase social inequity. Among other things, this organization wants to close the cruise ship terminals and see more regulation of tourist accommodations and put an end to spending on tourism promotion. There have recently been similar protests in the Canary Islands and Majorca. Now, speaking from a tourist point of view, I think these protests might be effective. I know that I certainly wouldn't want to visit a place where I knew that I wasn't wanted and might even be accosted just for visiting. I think I'd rather have another day at sea, which is unfortunate. Personally, I think that Barcelona and Alaskan ports like Juneau and Sitka are entirely different cases. Juneau and Sitka are smaller communities, and their infrastructure can be more strained by the large increase in daily population that cruise ships bring. So that's understandable. Barcelona, however, is a city with a population of well over 1.5 million people. I think the infrastructure is there. I think it just may need to be improved. So what's your take on this? Would you want to visit someplace where you might get a less than welcoming reception or even attacked with a squirt gun? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And thanks for watching today. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. I'm Jeff, and I hope to see you on a future cruise.